Hey guys, what's going... Wait a minute. There we go. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit more shorter-term technical analysis on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets because, guys, as you may have noticed, yesterday, about an hour or two before the video managed to go out, we did actually have a pretty big fall on our favorite cryptocurrency. Right now, we're trading around $8,000 and change, and in today's video, we need to discuss whether or not Bitcoin is going to be able to hold that level, because that's a very important level of support, and if Bitcoin falls below it, that could indicate prices falling all the way down to $6,000, or maybe even lower, guys. So we're going to be diving on into that in today's video. If you guys do enjoy today's video, I would highly encourage you and humbly ask you to hit that like button down below. Helps out the channel when you do that, and I would be appreciative if you did. So without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Well, how about that, guys? We got that all in one take. Alright, guys, like I said, Bitcoin did actually pull all the way back down to around $8,000 last night. Let's go ahead and look at this. As you will know, in yesterday's video, we were discussing Bitcoin and this falling wedge. I talked about two potential scenarios in yesterday's video. I talked about a bullish breakout of this wedge, which did not happen, and we also talked about a potential fall down to $8,000 and get support, which is what has happened so far, and potentially bounce from there. So right now, the first scenario is not playing out. The second scenario might be playing out. So in this video, we need to discuss whether or not it is actually going to play out. We predicted Bitcoin falling and getting support at 8K. That was a pretty obvious prediction, but now the thing that we need to be talking about is whether or not Bitcoin is going to hold here. That's the real question. Is it going to be able to hold here, and is it going to be able to bounce here? Before we get into that, though, guys, I want to show you the trade here, because it's really important that you guys know how to trade these scenarios. I want to start doing this more. Before I even get into the technical analysis on which way I think Bitcoin's going to go, I think it's important that I show you guys how to actually trade this market. Here's how you do it, guys. It's really simple. In yesterday's video, we did the same thing. I showed you how to trade this based off of setting your stop losses below the level of support and then having your breakout set and having confirmation of breakout above the resistance. It's a similar thing here, guys. Bitcoin is trading just above an important level of support right down here at $8,000. Very important level of support. We talked about that in yesterday's video, and I'll be showing it again, but just know 8 grand flat, that level is where you need to be keeping your attention, because if Bitcoin falls below there, that's where you want to put your stop loss. Reason being, the majority of our support right now is at $8,000, and if Bitcoin starts falling below there, you can bet your bottom dollar we're probably going to a lower dollar value, because Bitcoin is going to be falling through a lot of support, and that could give a lot of strength, probably would give a lot of strength to the bears. So, guys, here's how you set up this trade. You have a tight stop loss, maybe 2 or 3%. Maybe have your stop set down here at $7,800, maybe a little bit lower. We'll be looking at different levels of support pretty soon. And then you could be buying in here and longing here. Now, this is one of two trades. I'm going to show you the other one depending on what you think about the market. From there, you would be having a price target somewhere up here if you think Bitcoin is going to rally. Now, I'm not going to get into price targets in this video. Reason being, because any price targets are going to be several days, maybe even weeks out from now. So it's not really too relevant to today's video. Point is where you want to put your stop loss and how you want to set up this trade. If you personally think that Bitcoin is going to bounce here and start rallying in a big way, this is a great trade to make. But that's not necessarily what's going to happen. I'll show you why. Reason being, guys, yesterday Bitcoin fell down to $8,000 and we did not get a gigantic bounce off of it. We fell down once, got a pretty big bounce, but we didn't bounce up to where we were, which indicates that the bears are still a little stronger than the bulls, even though we've fallen this far. And now we've fallen down here again. We've tested $8,000 again. And that indicates that the bears are strong enough to keep us around $8,000, which means to me we're probably not going to see a very large bounce off of $8,000 anytime soon. If we do start to see movement, it's probably going to be more gradual moving to the upside rather than some kind of just blow off top like this. That's why I said price targets are not going to be a big part of this video, because they're likely not going to be hit anytime soon. There's not a lot of bullish exuberance right now, but there's also not a lot of bearish exuberance. That's why the market's moving so slowly. When you have low bearish and low bullish exuberance, you add those two together and you get low volatility. Same thing in the reverse with high bullish and bearish volatility. Exuberance is what I meant to say. Nevertheless, so that's the first trade you can make. That's what you would do if you think Bitcoin is going to bounce here and start rallying to the upside. On the other hand, what you could also do in this case is short this. And I know there's a lot of you guys who are going to probably be wanting to short this, and I don't necessarily agree with that, but I can definitely see where you're coming from with how weak the bulls are right now on wanting to short this. If you want to short this, guys, remember what we talked about in yesterday's video. Wherever your stop loss will be on your long position, that's where your entry for a short position should be. So if you have a stop loss down here around $7,800, then that's about where you would want to have your entry position on a short trade. And then you could have your stop loss back up above $8,000 at maybe like $8,200, something to that effect. and then have your price target somewhere farther below. That's how I would set that trade up. Now that we've gotten through that, let's go ahead and dive into where I think this market is actually going to go, because I'm not the biggest fan of the way Bitcoin is looking right now. As we talked about in yesterday's video, guys, VPVR is giving a lot of support. In fact, the VPVR climax is at $8,000, even when we factor in this entire year's of price action going back to early January. But guys, just because there's a VPVR climax does not mean that Bitcoin is going to hold it. There is a big potential that Bitcoin falls below $8,000 in the same way that we saw Bitcoin fall below $6,000. But there's a catch. Oftentimes when Bitcoin comes down to a strong level of support or resistance and it doesn't want to break through it, like you have weak bulls and you have strong bears, but you have strong support, then a lot of times what you'll see is you won't see an initial break. You will see Bitcoin come and do this number and come and test it several times. That's why in CT2A we talk about when you test a level of support or resistance 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, then that increases the likelihood that you're going to break that level. So really, whether or not we're going to break this level is going to be more apparent 48 hours from now when we see how Bitcoin reacts around $8,000. That's why, as I said in yesterday's video, a professional trader is prepared for both scenarios, the long and the short, and you can execute on either one of them depending on what the market does, because it's going to be far easier to predict this market with another 48 hours of price action as it relates to this level down here. So keep that in mind. It's a little hard to be predicting this right now, but there's definitely things we can do. As a side note, guys, I do also want to remind you that $8,000 is also a Fibonacci level, so it's not like we're just looking at one level of support here. 78.6 right down here is part of that level. Now here's the deal, guys. Here's where I start making predictions. I don't think we're about to see a gigantic major move, red or green. I don't think we're about to see a lightsaber going in either direction. The reason for that is because Bitcoin has had very low volatility recently. There's very low volume in the space compared to what there should be. If we look at the volume here, volume has been tapering off. I mean, look at this. There's no volume right now. It's because there's not very much interest from the retail or the institutional side. And because there's so little interest, Bitcoin is trying to just pull back down to whatever its intrinsic value is. And that might be somewhere around $6,000 to $7,000. So Bitcoin's been trending slightly to the downside. People are getting a little bit tired of Bitcoin trading sideways, so they're selling a little bit more than they're buying. That doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to fall to $3,000. Just because Bitcoin's trending to the downside a little bit doesn't mean we're going to have a major capitulation. What it does mean, however, is that $8,000 breaking is very much in the cards. And the reason for that is because of what we've seen over the last 48 hours or so. Bitcoin fell down to it, and we didn't get a big bounce. In fact, we only bounced up to $8,200, and that was short-lived. Bitcoin fell back down to it again. So, with all of that in mind, Bitcoin very easily could not hold $8,000, guys. In fact, I'm starting to move more towards the bearish side around 8K than on the bullish side. We're going to see what happens. If Bitcoin can bounce here, maybe up to $8,300, $8,400, if it can find that bullish exuberance, then yes, I will probably be more bullish. But right now, guys, I'm actually starting to lean more bearish. And the reason for that is because what we've seen in the last 24 hours as Bitcoin's come down here. Now, that being said, even though I'm slightly more bearish, and our picture of how bullish or bearish we should become more clear in the coming days, I'm not that bearish. And the reason I'm not that bearish is because if Bitcoin breaks $8,000, I see us falling down to maybe $7,200, where we have other levels of support. We had a capitulation all the way down here a few weeks ago. And also, guys, because on the daily chart, MACD and RSI are starting to get into pretty badly oversold territory. The RSI more than the MACD. And what that means is that there's only so far that the market can run before you start getting very oversold and people start seeing it as a good buying opportunity. Remember, guys, every day that passes is a day that we're getting closer to the halving. And the halving is going to have a major effect on price action. People are going to be buying a lot of Bitcoin moving into that. They're going to be excited for it. Bitcoin's about to move into the third decade of its existence. Bitcoin was created in the 2000s, late 2000s. The fundamentals have never been better for Bitcoin. The price action is just being a little slumpy because we haven't seen the major retail and institutional interest come back yet. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen, though, guys. Like I said in yesterday's video, two very important lessons: patience, humility. Keep them in mind. So, conclusion time before we get to the wisdom in today's video. Yes, especially with what we've been shown over the last 24 hours, there is a decent chance that Bitcoin falls below $8,000. Why did I show you the ability to long this market then? The reason is because if you have a long and you have a tight stop loss and a very high price target, you get a high risk to reward ratio. So even if there's a 70% chance you break to the downside, the 30% of the chance that you break to the upside, you're going to make 5 times more than if you hit your stop loss. So if you calculate statistically, then you should be actually profitable if you did 100 trades like that. Either trade here can actually be good statistically, but if you're trying to make the most of the one trade you get because we don't have a time machine, then it might be a better idea to short this market. Do I think Bitcoin's going to get a big bounce here? No, I don't. I think that if Bitcoin is going to bounce, it's going to have a slow trend to the upside, and if we fall, we're going to have a slightly faster trend down to around $7,200. That's where I'm standing right now, guys. I'd love to hear your opinions on all of this in the comment section down below. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap the video up. But before we do, I want to make sure you guys are aware of this because this did just launch, and a lot of you guys don't even know about this yet. The first cohort just launched, and if you don't know what the first cohort is, there's already several people in here. It's a $25 a month subscription service where you're going to get access to a lot of CT2A style videos. So if you're in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, you will get access to another 8 of these. There's a 9th one coming pretty soon, and I'm going to be adding to this over the course of the rest of this year. And guys, I'm really excited about this launching because as I was talking about in the live stream yesterday, what First Cohort is going to allow us to do is to build a baseline of revenue for the business here so that I can afford to hire Taylor full-time because I'm competing with her other employer right now. Sorry, Taylor, she's editing this video. Hi. And from there, we're going to start making a lot of really cool real-life videos. I want to start helping people, guys. I was talking about this for like an hour and a half in the live stream yesterday. I'm really excited to be able to use the community that we built here and the ability that we have to make money here in the cryptocurrency space for good. I think that if we start combining cryptocurrency with doing good things in the world, not only would that be good for us and the people we're helping, it'd also be good for Bitcoin because there's a lot of people who see Bitcoin as kind of scammy and scummy. I want to change that image, guys, because it's image that's going to drive Bitcoin. I want to help people along the way. And the way that we're going to do that, because the world is driven by money, is through CT2A. So guys, I'm giving you a lot of bang for your buck. You're getting 8 videos here in CT2A. Each of these videos would be worth about $10. Already, you're getting those pretty cheap compared to in CT2A, and CT2A is already very inexpensive. And guys, you're also going to be getting access to the First Cohort Discord server. That's what this is all about. I'm trying to build a community with you guys so that I can get to know each and every single one of you one-on-one. That's why in the First Cohort, I'm going to be in the voice chat. We're going to be doing private live streams, at least 3 of them a week after we get enough people in there to justify live streams. Until then, I'll just be talking to you guys in private and in the voice chat. I'm also going to be posting signals, guys. When I see some kind of move happening on an altcoin or I see that there's about to be a breakout, I'm going to post about it in the Discord server. I'm going to post my own technical analysis in there. I'm going to try and give you guys as much value as I possibly can for your money because I'm so blessed that you guys would join me and the community that we're trying to build. I'm already blessed and thankful that you guys are even willing to watch to the end of a video that I made. I still don't understand why people watch us. But guys, I'm really looking forward to what we can build here. Like I said, we already have 7 members in the first cohort, and a lot of you guys didn't even know about this just yet. So I'd love to see you guys join us and see what kind of community we can build. This is going to be tailored by you. If you guys want something in the first cohort and it's not already there, we can work on changing that. I want to run this democratically. I want to get your guys' input on future updates to the first cohort. If there's more videos in FC that you would like, then we can definitely work on that. Guys, I'm not trying to charge you an arm and a leg for this VIP service, if that's what you want to call it. I'm not trying to charge you half a Bitcoin a month for it. $25 a month is very reasonable and very inexpensive considering the amount of value you're going to get from these videos down here, from the community that we're going to build, the friendships that we'll make, the fun we'll have, the signals that you'll get, the live streams we'll do, and you're also going to be able to know that a lot of this money is going to good causes. Guys, I give away a lot of the money that I make. I don't just sit on my money. I could go and buy a brand new Tesla right now, but I drive around in a truck that's probably worth $3,000 because I would rather put that money to good use than drive around in a new car. I'm not the kind of person who's going to be flaunting a Lamborghini Aventador when I get that kind of money to drop 500 grand on a car. You're not going to see that out of me. You're going to see me helping people. I'd rather give $500,000 to homeless shelters than $500,000 to Lamborghini. They don't need it. They got plenty of money. So guys, if you want to be part of our community and you want to be part of the good work that we're going to try and do moving on into 2020, I really do ask you humbly to join us over here. You can cancel anytime. Try it for a month. If you don't like it, cancel it. You're only out 25 bucks. I think you'll manage. The Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy is already very inexpensive and underpriced, but honestly, guys, if that's still too much for you, First Cohort's a great place to do that because you're going to learn a lot in here as well. So guys, that's that. I haven't really talked about it too much on the channel here, so I want to make sure everybody was aware of it. I'm going to be talking about First Cohort for the next couple of weeks, and the reason for that is because we're trying to build it out, trying to build the community in there, and I think I'm giving you guys a lot of value, and I want to do good things with this community, guys. This is not a money grab. I'm not trying to make a crap ton of money for myself. I'm trying to stabilize the revenue of the business, McAfee Media LLC, that we're building here, so that we can continue doing good things and bigger things moving on into the future. So guys, if you're interested, the link for that is down below. One thing I should also mention is that if you're in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, I will give you a $25 rebate for the first month's subscription fee in Bitcoin. Just join, shoot me an email with your Bitcoin address, and I will send you $25 in Bitcoin, so you basically get a month free trial if you're already in CT2A. So guys, like I said, the link for that is down below. I've been planning this and working on this for a long time, and I'm so glad that it's finally coming to fruition. I look forward to seeing you over there. But guys, that is going to have to wrap it up for today's video. I do want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.